Yeah, I think we're live. Live?
Hello, hello. Does anyone see us? I think so. I think
Okay.
we're live.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna do this one like a little bit different than the others. This one's gonna be live, just because we didn't really have
Timing.
time. Yeah, timing.
It was
So
put together last minute.
yeah, so we figured instead of recording it and doing it, uploading it later or doing something like that, we'd go ahead and do it. But
Yep.
so with this new podcast, what we're gonna do is it's gonna be like basically talking about whatever. Primarily stuff that's in like the music industry and things like that. So we
Some
got a
trending topics
yeah
every now and again.
yeah trending topics that have like something to do with, I don't know, just whatever's on Twitter trending, whatever's like whatever world events, current world events.
Kind of want to make it like a podcast where people can be engaged,
Yeah,
and they can actually comment and give their own, side of the story and what they think too, because, we want to hear from other people as well. And
yeah,
also get topics for future podcasts and everything else. So,
yep,
you know, so kind of a little more do a community driven one, because people talk about, I mean, I feel like in your day to day life, people talk about these things all the time. I mean, I talk to people all the time about trending things that happen, but, um,
yeah,
it just really depends on, I guess,
yeah,
the
yeah.
situation and whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of people get scared about I don't want to put my opinion online and stuff like that, but then they talk about like in day to day life normally, like if you're having a conversation at work or something, you're talking about like what you're talking about what's
yeah,
going on in the world
100%.
anyways. So I mean,
Yeah,
might as well. I mean, I
100%.
don't care about, we don't care about having our opinions out there. We're just talking about stuff. And right now, we're not even talking about anything like crazy. We got a couple
Mm.
ideas to talk about for this one. Um,
Yeah,
so
we're not going to get too crazy.
yeah,
No outrageous topics or, um, nothing political or religion, anything like that. Like that's just, I mean, I feel like that's kind of like that can turn people against each other, and that's not what we're about. We want to, just hear people's opinions on stuff that's going on in the world. So,
yeah. Um, so first, this ain't really like a major topic or nothing, but I just wanted to, since everybody knows you was on your trip, did you have a good trip?
oh yeah, I had a great trip. Took about a week off, which was really nice to do, and went and saw my cousin. He lives in Maryland, and got to see all his kids and everything, and his whole family, his wife. Super sweet people. Of course, always love to see them. Then went and got to saw my grandmother, up in Pennsylvania, which I haven't been to that house since I was, I think, 5 years old. So 20 something years in the
Mm,
making. So that was definitely, that was needed. Like I feel like if I didn't do that, then I not have regrets, but you just never know. Like my
yeah,
grandparents are getting older, and I feel like um, I don't know. I feel like I had to do that. Like as an
yeah,
adult and go
yeah,
see them. So, I've seen them before, like, but yeah, I just feel like, going up there, going back to the town that I even used to live in when I was a kid in
yeah.
Pennsylvania. It was nice to see all that stuff. I kind of like brought back like good memories, when I was growing up. So,
Yeah, yeah. So you lived in Pennsylvania, Washington, and or Washington D.C. and where?
Florida, Fort
Florida.
Lauderdale, and
Okay.
then of course Georgia now.
Yeah.
I've lived in Georgia most of my life though. But like my dad moved around a lot for his jobs and everything,
Yeah.
So, but I've been living in Georgia for majority of my life, like 3/4 of my life. I've lived in Georgia. So,
Yeah.
but
Georgia's
yeah,
where it's at.
oh, I love Georgia, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I met my best friend in Georgia. So, oh yeah, I'm talking to him. No, but
yeah.
no, no. So yeah,
No.
so that's kind of the thing. Georgia's the way to go, people. But don't come here because y'all are ruining housing prices.
Yeah, dude.
Things are way too expensive around here because everyone from New York, California, like everyone wants to move here. So
Yeah. Yeah.
like y'all need to stay wherever y'all at. Like, do y'all's own thing. Like stop coming to a good state. Like Georgia's a good state, but
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many other places you can go. Go to North
go to
Carolina.
Texas.
Everybody
Texas
wants
is
you.
huge.
Yeah, everybody wants you to go to Carolina.
Dude, I'm avoiding North Carolina just because of that one reason.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps saying come to North Carolina. I'm not going to North Carolina. I drove through North Carolina. There was nothing there. All right. Nothing. It was just like woods and I think a couple like rest areas. I just kept it moving. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I just gotta keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
But but
Um. I'm glad you had a good trip though. And
yeah, it was good. It was good. Like I said, like I mean, I miss you. I miss talking to you. That was
Yeah.
one of the things I was like, damn, I haven't talked to Trevor in a little bit. I mean, we were texting, but
Yeah.
usually we get on and talk to each other. I join the Discord or whatever. Join the Discord, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody
We have
join
a
the
lot of
Discord.
fun. We have a lot of fun in there. So yeah, definitely if you want to get more involved in the community and what Trevor's all about, the backwoods community,
The
backwoods posse
backwoods
community,
posse.
support the merch.
Yep.
Um, you
Um,
know,
but yeah, we have a bunch of cool plans. This is just like a thrown together episode. So this is the first episode, but not really like super serious first episode. And most of them's not going to be live. We're probably going to be recording them and everything like that too.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So this is just like kind of like an anomaly, but it's we still got some topics planned. So with that said, let's get into one of the first topics, which
Mhm.
is I have a little list right here. Um, Twitter versus Threads. Threads is
Yeah.
like a new platform that's basically like rivaling Twitter,
Mhm.
and I was reading a little bit on it because you know, as a social media dude trying to get into it more, you try to figure out what what to jump on when it's hot and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I think that it's it's I think that Threads is going to be like a flash in the pan. Personally, what do you think?
Yeah, I think honestly, in my opinion, I feel like and this is my opinion just about I guess Mark Zuckerberg, right? I mean, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, dude. That dude's powerful. I don't want to say too much,
Yeah,
right? But I feel like he has I don't want to say they're copying Twitter, right? Because there is like their own thing there. I guess they have like their own twist or whatever.
yeah,
But Twitter, of course, was like the first, like, I feel like social media where people could interact with like basic, like how it's like Twitter, you can, comment and like, all that stuff. But it's
yeah,
like, it's more quick stuff. I feel like Facebook has always been like me, mom, papa, and you comment on their pictures, and it's like a more of a life thing, right? Like you catch
yeah,
up with people like their lives, and
yeah,
Twitter's always been like the day to day. Like, if you want to know what people are doing every hour of every second, if they care that much about Twitter,
yeah,
then you get on there. But I still feel like, you know, Twitter has definitely created that wave. And I feel like, I seen like Elon saying that they stole or they're going to try to sue him. I don't know if he was just joking or it was just, banter or whatever, because he does that on Twitter.
yeah,
But I mean, I could see it. I mean, I could see kind of like I don't know if there's like copyrights or like, stealing or, yeah, I don't know if you can even steal something like that, right? Because I don't know if there's copyrights to Twitter or like the
yeah,
design or how that works. But
yeah,
I mean, I think it gives Twitter some competition though,
yeah, yeah.
which is nice. I mean,
Yeah, I think Elon. Honestly, I think he's being somewhat serious because I've seen like that they've copied like so many features from Twitter. It seems like a cool. Like I was reading about it, and it seems like a cool alternative to Twitter because they were saying like that. I've recently fallen in love with Instagram. I used
yeah,
to never
yeah,
use it. And I started using it a lot, and
yeah. I seen that.
of course, like Meta and Zuckerberg and all that stuff over Instagram too. But what Zuckerberg said is that he was wanting Twitter to be, I mean, Threads to be Twitter and Instagram like mixed. And
Yeah,
it seems like
yeah,
he said he wanted it to be like the Instagram for text, which is a cool thing, but at the
yeah,
same
yeah.
in the same sense, it's just like Twitter. Like Twitter
Just
is the Instagram for text.
yeah. I don't understand.
Um,
Like, I feel like he's just trying to. I feel like he's just trying to just again take in like cut into Elon's like pockets. I guess
yeah,
like trying to take people from Twitter. But I feel like Twitter, since it's been established for so long, like, I know people are gonna go to Threads. I mean, people are gonna go use it no matter what, right? Because
yeah,
it's a big, it's so it's already getting a lot of traction. But I feel like, I feel like it's hard sometimes to like rebuild a following on new websites and stuff. I feel that's impossible sometimes. Like it's really hard unless you already have like millions of people or
yeah.
like hundreds of thousand people that support you like on a day to day basis.
I think the way that it's set up right now, like the way society is right now, like I feel like there ain't no way that like for example, like Kick and Twitch, like even though
Yeah,
Twitch is like falling off, I feel like no matter what, Twitch is always going to be that king thing. Like no matter what, like I feel like
100%.
once like they establish themselves like as the OG thing, like Facebook. Think about how long
Well,
Facebook has been at
YouTube, right?
YouTube. Yeah,
Rumble, they have Rumble. I
like
mean,
if YouTube can't
yeah.
compete with Twitch when they're partnered with Google, how is how is
Yeah,
Kit going to?
yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
but I think Threads is kind of like the same thing. Like people is going to use it, but it's always going to be like that secondary thing. Like it's always going to be
100%.
it's not going to be like people have like only have Twitter or only have no.
Yeah,
There's going to be barely anybody that's like I only have Threads.
yeah. I
So
feel like the only good thing about Threads, right? And I can speak on this because if you go on Twitter sometimes, there's a lot of content on there that's not family friendly,
oh
isn't
yeah,
cool to see. Like you see that all the time. Like if you have a Twitter, like people reposting crazy stuff, whether it's sexual or like people will like just things that you probably shouldn't be seeing at all,
yeah,
on a social media website.
yeah, yeah,
So I will say that if Threads can, which again, I'm not sure how all that works, but if they can create like a safer platform,
yeah,
like where you don't see as much like just gore and just not safe for work stuff, I
yeah,
feel like that'd be kind of cool too because it would kind of give people that don't want to see that maybe another alternative to like like maybe not family friendly, but like
yeah.
just a different alternative to not seeing that kind of stuff.
Well, one thing that it's funny that you mentioned that because one of the notes that I had was so Engadget, which I guess is like I was reading this on Yahoo News, and they quoted Engadget. So this is from Engadget. They were saying that they questioned a lot of people on what their thoughts of Thread and everything. And one of the complaints is that it says that it's dependent on internal algorithms, so there's no way to highlight messages from people that you follow. So I haven't tried it yet, but they're saying that it's
Yeah,
hard. Like no matter what, you're always gonna just like Twitter. You get those people getting their head chopped off and stuff. It's
yeah, yeah,
it's just like I feel like Threads is gonna end up being the same way, especially if they're prioritizing like an algorithm instead of like the people that you
yeah,
follow.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, honestly, like even dude, Spotify gets on my nerves because Spotify is kind of like that. Like I'll be listening to my playlist, and you have to like specifically select not to like shuffle, or they start throwing random songs that I don't even have on my
Yeah,
playlist
for
out.
sure. Yeah, that happens to me too.
Um,
I just, when I think about but when I think about it, I just think about like the fact, like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm sure it's going to become a big thing. I just hope that it's not, I know like when Elon took over Twitter,
yeah,
that it was really, he kind of brought like free speech back
mm-hmm,
to like social media because
yeah.
for a long time, a lot of people got canceled for their like views on politics, religion,
Well,
anything. I feel like anything was everyone was getting canceled. I feel like when he came back, he did kind of like say like we're going to allow people to have a platform, whether you think it's right or right. It's still another side of the story.
yeah,
And I've hoped that I've seen some stuff already where people were saying on threads that they already are saying like there's community guidelines. These people have violated certain things and all that stuff. And I feel like I mean you just hope that um, they don't go like authoritarian and just want to like control everyone's
yeah.
like point of views or anything.
Yeah, well, I seen
So
when I was looking up information on Threads and everything. There was I didn't read it, but there was a headline that said that they have already started blocking conservatives, and I'm not gonna go on the political spectrum right this second, but it's like if no matter what somebody says, no matter what side of the spectrum they're on, like they shouldn't be blocking no matter nothing
no,
they say. And
no.
I feel like Zuckerberg would be like I'm not trying to talk trash about Zuckerberg. Like you said, he's a powerful dude. I might wake up, I might die in my sleep tonight. You never know. but uh,
Jesus.
but I feel like that he is the type that would like just like with Facebook. Like I feel like people were having problems with Facebook, and you remember that whole like trend. Everybody was like, I'm getting off Facebook and all that stuff. Like the
Yeah,
people
oh
that
yeah,
because of the
yeah,
censorship and everything.
yeah, yeah,
So,
for
like,
sure.
I love Instagram and I love all that, but I do feel like Meta is one of those more my way or the highway kind of
Yeah, for sure.
platform
Yeah.
companies. So, um, that's kind of like what no matter what, I'm always going to support Elon just because and whatever he's doing, like Twitter, for example, just because he's like freedom of speech. Like, no matter
Yeah.
what you're saying, even people that talk crap about him, like somebody could roast him, his family, his kids, whatever, and he
He'll
don't
give it
care.
right back.
Yeah, yeah,
He'll give it right
he'll
back. He'll
give it.
comment and roast them back. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Like I like that. I kind of
yeah,
like that he just gives people like he lets people just talk. Like it
yeah,
don't matter what they say. He's just gonna let them say whatever they want, which I respect. So
yeah,
Um, we'll see what happens though. I think that's going to be interesting. But if they go
yeah.
to court, we'll see what happens about that too. I hope they go. I hope Elon and Zuckerberg fight though. That's all I really want to see
Yeah, I seen
because that'd be funny.
another headline was like a cease and desist.
Yeah.
that Elon had sent to whatever, like the Twitter sent to Threads,
Yeah, the
whatever they're.
company. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, it'd be interesting. But yeah, now they need to fight it out in the ring, and whoever wins, they get to
That's
keep
what
their
I'm saying.
platform.
Whoever wins and they can keep their platform. Whoever
Dude,
loses has
the
to sell it.
the thing is like Zuckerberg is like he looks like more athletic than Elon, but Elon looks like a daggum like Frigidaire. Like that
Elon looks like
dude,
he's got like, yeah, Elon looks like he's got like that like
he's built
he's got
for it
like he
tough.
looks like he's got a lot of anger built up inside of him or something. Like he could
Yeah.
just let that all out, you know?
Yeah, he's built
Like
Ford tough, so I don't know. We'll see. It'd be like a refrigerator versus an alien, so we'll see like what happens there.
Lizard
Yeah,
Man,
yeah. But
Zuckerberg.
if they do it, I don't want it to be boxing or I don't. I want it to be MMA where they can just
Mixed
like
martial arts, choke someone out or something,
There
you
ain't
know?
nobody gonna be hugging. Ain't none of that.
No, no, I want to see
Um,
some takedowns.
and
I
if
want to
it
see someone getting
actually,
slammed.
I seen that Zuckerberg's actually nasty, like though, like with Brazilian jiu jitsu.
Yeah, he could just make it really quick too though, you know, like
Yeah, he
he's got
might choke him
that's
out.
the thing, like fighting, you can't never like, like I mean, you can't look at someone and be like that person can't fight or whatever. Like people are
Yeah,
very you can never tell anyone just by looking at them. So,
yeah,
you know, like I think that'd be crazy though. It'd probably be like I think they've already said that if that fight was to happen, then they would be like the all-time greatest selling fight of all time.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
because of just who it is, like the two most billion, 2 billionaires, two of the biggest billionaires in the world fighting.
yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I know I'd be watching. Oh, speaking of fights, this is totally off topic, but did you see that John Jones versus Stipe is actually going to happen?
yeah, I saw that. It's
Dude,
gonna be
yeah,
crazy.
I'm hyped for that.
John Jones, my goat.
Yeah, yeah, dude, that dude's
But
like,
Stipe's the GOAT too, though. Like
yeah.
Stipe's the GOAT in the heavyweight
Well,
division.
that's what
So
they said, like in the promo. I watched the promo yesterday, and it was like Dana White. He was like saying that John Jones was like the greatest of all time, and what
like pound for
yeah,
pound,
pound for
really
pound,
pound for pound or light
yeah,
heavyweight.
and then they were
Yeah,
saying Stipe was like the best heavyweight, greatest heavyweight of all time. That's
hundred
how they should have
percent.
said. I'm excited to. That's gonna be. I don't know. That's gonna be fire.
My prediction: John wins. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah. I
prediction.
think John Jones just has that dog in him. Like I think
I
he
mean, he's
has
never
like,
lost. I mean,
yeah,
he's never lost.
he
I
just
mean,
has that like this is my like. He's so passionate about it, and you can just tell like the way he's talking,
yeah,
like in interviews and everything, that he's just so passionate about it. And there ain't
and
nobody
it's got to be
beating that.
confidence too, right?
Yeah, you never
Like the
lose.
confidence to know he's never like lost, other than
And
one DQ, and he's a freak.
and he
Just
fought Cyril Gunn, and Cyril Gunn's like a daggum giant beast, and
he's an animal
that
too.
was like
He made him
slight
look
work.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Bro folded him up like a baby.
dude, yeah, that's what
Bro was rocking him to
yeah, so
sleep.
he literally like went like this, like cradling him like a baby, and he went to sleep. Like it's the
Yeah, that
craziest
was
thing.
wild. I literally was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good fight." They got a big dude that's like a kickboxer. Nah, John is just too nasty at Brazilian jiu-jitsu and way too good
Yeah,
at wrestling, and his whole game is just ridiculous. So
yeah.
yeah, that was slight work. That was easy work for him.
Yeah,
So that's gonna
he's
be.
just so because the thing about John Jones is he's like he can do like everything. He's so like technical and everything. Like I feel like it's
Oh
hard
yeah,
to like I don't even know how you would beat him. The only way is if you gonna break his leg or something. I don't know.
I feel like
But
you'd have to. I feel like you would have to like. It would be a freak accident, and even then, like
yeah,
he's broken his toe before, his big toe. He snapped it in half, and he still beat some dude. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like some people just have that like that
yeah,
I'm not gonna lose mentality.
yeah.
So
I feel like he's like the same way that Mike Tyson is. Like that
oh,
same
like
like
back, like
warrior
yeah,
mentality.
yeah,
Like they're
100%.
yeah,
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 that's gonna be insane.
yeah.
There's UFC fights tonight, I think too.
Yeah, I want to watch those. I haven't watched in a minute. Usually I watch them with you, and we haven't watched them together in a while. So
Yeah, yeah,
we need
for
to get
sure.
back on it. Oh, another thing I was going to say about the thread. I had another note I was going to say about the threads, not to go back on topics, but there has been 70 million people that signed up to it so far. So that's not
That's
bad.
pretty. No, that's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good. 70 million people. I mean, that's some serious numbers. So you gotta be getting paid or something.
Yep.
I know that ad revenue's flowing in right now for Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it is.
I mean,
Um,
it's
they
it's
also
crazy.
said a couple more notes that I had was like some of the other problems they had besides the highlighting messages from people that you follow. It's there's no editing function, and Twitter did include that. You just have to have like the blue. Um,
Yeah,
but and then you can't use hashtags. And I'm just thinking, hey, how can you have a social media when you can't put hashtag blessed? That's
I was gonna say like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know,
you
right?
can't
Yeah.
have hashtag blessed or
Hashtag
something.
blessed. Hashtag we made it.
Yeah, how you gonna have social media without all that? But
That's gonna be weird too, because I feel like the hashtags is like what promotes a lot of stuff.
yeah,
like hashtags promote stuff. I mean, that's how like YouTube, I think, like a lot of I think places do that. So it's gonna be interesting to see how people are gonna be able to like get their content out there without having like a way to generate like that kind of looks. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's. I mean, since I've gotten on Instagram, I throw hashtags out like crazy. But it's interesting because Instagram is known as one of the most hashtaggy places ever. And like, if you go to the comments of a Instagram post, it's like hashtag like 9 million,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
or yeah, the description. But
yeah.
uh, it's crazy how on Threads they're not going to do that. It's weird. Or they haven't yet. They may in the
They
future.
may
But
add it. They may realize they can't not do that and add it in. It's only been like what a couple days
yeah,
since
yeah,
they've even been on. So
yeah. And they, even though it's only been a couple days, I mean, 70 million new people, and like all the big names are getting on there. Like
oh
all
yeah,
these like
100%.
big old people. So I mean, it's just I don't
We'll
know.
have to see. We'll have to see who becomes famous from this, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you look at all the social media, like Twitter, Facebook, Vine, TikTok. I mean, you look at every social media, Instagram, Snapchat. Someone's always became famous off of using a new platform. So,
yeah. Well, that's
you know,
actually a perfect segue into the next topic, which was TikTok launched TikTok Music in Indonesia and Brazil, and that's something
yeah,
that like I think that like that would be big for people that's like new artists, like independent artists,
100%.
because I mean I made it there was actually a list, and I got all the lists, all the people that has had their careers affected by TikTok. Like I mean, pretty much every artist has,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
content creators. Every
Oh,
content creator
100%.
has like gotten way big on it. I mean TikTok. I need to start getting
100%.
on the TikTok game. But
Yeah,
like
100%.
Lil Nas X, he wouldn't be nothing without Old Town Road going popular
Yep,
on
yep,
TikTok.
yep.
Doja Cat. I forgot
Doja
what
Cat.
song it was, but she had a song on there that went crazy, and that kind of like she was already an artist, but that took her from being just a run of the mill artist to like huge in the industry, you know.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
Walker Hayes, which is like a country guy who was like in country for a while, and then he released a song and it got big on TikTok, and then now he's one of the bigger ones. And his music's not
Yeah,
even, to be honest, his music's not even that good in my opinion. But just
yeah,
because of TikTok, it blew him up.
yeah.
And
Well, that's all it takes. I mean, that's all it takes is, like, one, like, big size creator,
yeah,
like, putting your stuff out there. What's her name? Bella Porsche?
oh yeah, yeah,
Porch?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, she's got, like I think she's got one of the most followed TikTok accounts,
Yeah, and that's so
and
crazy because she just was like dancing and crap, and like
yeah,
got
I
like
mean,
big
that's
off
all
of
it
that.
takes.
Yep.
It's all it takes. I mean, all it takes is one either you promoting your own stuff and it getting popular or a big creator promoting your stuff and then, like,
Yeah.
riding that wave, and then yeah, I mean, there's yeah, like you said, like Little Nas X, Bella Porsche. I mean, and like you said though, every creator has honestly probably every creator or every musician has honestly probably profited off of TikTok
Oh
tremendously.
yeah, yeah. I feel like as a content creator, and I'm not on, like I'm on TikTok, but I haven't posted enough on there. I feel like I'm really dropping the bag not being on TikTok. And
Yeah, yeah,
honestly, with our podcast, that's one thing I want to do. I'm gonna start getting TikToks made like crazy, and just whatever they can
yeah,
find to clip up, throw it out there. Because I
yeah,
think
for sure.
TikTok is like very important to grow anything now. Because like I'm on TikTok a lot. Like I'll be on not doing it. Like I'll be on a,
Me too.
yeah.
Me
If there's
too.
nothing going on in the day, I'll be like swipe, 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 looking at
Oh,
everything.
100%.
Yep.
I feel like honestly, it it kind of like builds anticipation for people, right? Like, even for music, right? Like, let's say you're on TikTok and you see someone at, like, a concert, right, for Drake or Taylor Swift or someone, like, one of these
Oh
big
yeah.
people, and
Mm-hmm.
they see that kinda concert, and they're like, "Oh, man, I wanna go to that concert too. I wanna do
Yeah.
that?" So that kinda, like I feel like it's honestly, like, kinda just made people, like, more famous because people wanna go and do more stuff because they wanna post it, and they wanna share it, and they wanna just do all the stuff related to it, so I feel like it's one of those things that can either ruin your life because if you just like waste your life looking at videos and not getting anything done, or it
Yeah.
can change your life because if you make it a positive thing and you get a following, it can change your life.
Yeah.
So there's like a yin
Yeah.
and a yang to social media, especially TikTok.
Yeah. And I feel like Like there is something like TikTok, I feel like is like literally the Wild West. Like it doesn't
Oh
matter. Like
yeah,
you could try to have the cleanest algorithm possible, and you're still gonna have some cheeks popping up. You're still gonna have some like
hundred
twerking.
percent,
You're gonna have
hundred
something
percent.
on there that it don't matter. And then like one thing like with Instagram, the reason I started really starting to get into Instagram and everything is because like if you like for me, I like a lot of like motivational stuff and like biblical stuff and all that stuff. I like that kind of stuff. So when I
Yeah,
like it, it starts popping up on like I get suggested it a lot. And like I
yep.
wish like TikTok was like that because like I feel like with TikTok like I said it don't matter what I do I just get crap that I don't want on there, you know.
I think they do that just to, which they've actually like. I remember, I think the guy, the main CEO of TikTok, that one dude that's like, like he's like a billionaire. He's like
Yeah.
one of the biggest billionaires in the world. He was in DC, and he was on like a hearing because they've been like, I guess, tracking people's
Oh
data.
yeah, I remember that.
But they said though, they've used TikTok in a way to, I guess, brainwash,
uh
because young kids
yeah.
are now seeing this content, and not just young kids, but even adults. So they're pumping all this content that's not about like learning, not about like, you're not learning anything. Like you said, you're just
Yeah.
seeing some cheeks or whatever. You ain't learning. I mean, it's
Yeah,
visually. I
yeah.
mean, you're just like, ooh, like look like stupid or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're just sitting there like blowing your brain away. Like you don't even think about like anything that's going on. And
Yeah.
then you go, and then but they say like other countries though, like China for example, they say they post like science and engineering and learning,
Yep.
and they don't
I
post none of
seen
that.
that. Yep.
You post some cheeks, bro, you're done. They're gonna
Yeah.
wipe you out quick. Like there's
Yeah.
no cheeks. Like, but
Yeah.
American version, that's all you see.
Yeah.
And like you
Yeah.
said, I don't like like I like I like all this stuff for like my job and my work and what I do. And but like you
Yeah.
said, like I'll be like one day busy watching some dude like diagnose something. Next second I'm seeing some girl like going crazy, and I'm like, bro, what? I don't even know what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm not even liking the stuff, but it's
Yeah,
just you
yeah,
see it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
and like for me, it's the same way. Like for me, I'll watch like a funny video, or I really like I said, I like motivational stuff because like I need a lot of motivation, and it just like the people, not like podcast bros. I hate podcast bros, and they're like the only thing they've ever done is have a podcast, and they'll be trying to give you life
yeah.
advice and stuff. But I hate that stuff. but
Bro's on podcast, and then he's like trying to sell a real estate course. I'm like,
yeah,
what is going on here, bro?
yeah,
Where did
yeah,
you ever start selling real
yeah,
estate? Crypto.
and
I'm a crypto
it
genius,
looks
bro.
like he
Like,
just turned 20 or something.
yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I've never seen. Yeah, I hate those dudes that look like they're 18 and they're trying to tell you life advice. I'm like, bro, stop.
Yeah,
You ain't lived
or
long
they'll
enough.
be like they're like I hate like when they try to give like women advice or something, and they'll be
Oh God. Oh my
dude,
God.
they'll be like, oh dude, if she ain't got her own business, if she ain't like just like this famous, like looks amazing, perfect
Yeah.
body, no
Like,
kids,
yeah.
no nothing, then that's the only way you can ever be with like I
Crazy.
I hate gym bros and I hate podcast bros, and I'm in good
Yeah.
shape. It ain't about the fitness thing. It's just the personality trait
It's
of
like a mentality, right?
yeah, the
It's
gym
like the I'm
bros and
the
podcast
yeah.
bros. Can't
Yeah.
stand them.
Yeah, I can't even watch them. Like
No.
I don't even watch podcasts like because like you said, I just can't even begin to even like every time I listen to them, I just lose brain cells. I just can't do it. Like
Yeah,
it don't,
because
they don't, it doesn't.
it's people that have no life experience, and they think that they do just because somebody told them, or because
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
read something, or they be like, read a book every day and your life will be changed. No, it won't.
Yeah. All right, Ty Lopez.
Yeah, like it's like yeah, it's like
But it's, yeah, like I think it's funny too when people that have had I'm not talking about your parents had a little money, right? I'm talking about
yeah,
like kids that are like parents are like billionaires or like
yeah,
rich as can be. Like they've literally like, these dudes are 16-year-olds getting Ferraris and Lambos and like crazy stuff, right?
yeah,
And they're over here talking about how to succeed in life. I'm like, bro,
yeah,
all you had to do ever do is pull out your black card that mommy gave
yeah,
you and swipe it.
yeah.
Dude, I succeeded, bro.
Dude,
I succeeded.
all they had to do was win one race their whole life.
Yeah.
All they
Yeah.
had to do was
Yeah.
win that sperm race, and that was it. But
Exactly.
but yeah,
They got the lucky draw on that one.
yeah, yeah.
But
Uh, but my point is though, I like inspirational stuff, and I like actual like quotes from like authors, and like
shit,
like
let me see
just
David Goggins on my TikTok
dude,
at 6 in
David
the morning,
Goggins,
dude. I'm
yeah,
going crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Let
There's
me
like
see him. Let me see any of those like military dudes on there. Like,
Jocko
dude, yeah,
Willink
yeah,
or whatever.
any of them.
Dude, even Joe Rogan. People roast
Yeah,
Joe
yeah,
Rogan, but Joe Rogan can
yeah.
low key be inspirational sometimes.
He can, he
So
can. Like I said, like that's what I like. Like that's the thing I'm saying is, if you're on TikTok for the right reasons and you're like motivational, or you're trying to get information, or you're trying to like learn something about your job, learn techniques, learn this, it's great. But if you're on there just for like brain drowning nonsense that you're not gonna ever learn or get anything out of, then it's
Yeah.
just a waste of time, like,
Well,
honestly.
that's one thing I'm trying to like do, like as I get older and like as like like with the YouTube thing for example, like I kind of have something like right now it's kind of like I'm working two jobs. I got my full time job and then I got the YouTube thing. And for me, like
100%.
I just don't have time to be wasting like when I'm doing something like games and like stuff like that. And that ain't nothing against like games. Like games are cool and like they're good for stuff like that. But I feel like at a certain point you got to be like I'm trying to get somewhere and you gotta focus on that, and, like,
Oh, but yeah, yeah,
TikTok is
100%.
one of those things where it's like just like with games, like, you can get addicted to them and spend hours doing that instead of something that could change your life forever.
100%.
So
100%. I
so
mean, that's the thing, like when your parents tell you, like, you're just gonna waste your life away on video games or whatever, like, you really do get to that point where if you don't, like, create something for yourself or you're not putting that time into, like, something that's actually gonna benefit your life, then you're 100% wasting your life away. I mean, that's
yeah,
the thing. Like, I used to play we used to
both
play video
those.
games all the
Yeah,
time when we were kids,
yeah,
but, like, we got to a certain age where, like, we tried to play games a lot and we realized it's not possible.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
not as good as we used to be because we don't put
Yeah,
that much time in,
yeah, and you
and then
can't
you just
play
realize you can't do it, so
yeah, yeah, like, now, like, you can't even play games for fun anymore. Like, if you play, like,
no.
Call of Duty or something, dude, like,
Any shooter.
there's dudes that's got the sweatiest sacks, they got the sweatiest chair like, dude, there's, like,
Yeah.
stains on their chair and
Yeah,
everything,
100%.
and it's like, uh
Hoarders, they got, like the Pepsi and Mountain Dew cans all around in the McDonald's
Yeah,
20 McDonald's
yeah.
bags on
I'm
the
not gonna
floor.
lie, I used to be like that. I'd have, like, water bottles all over the floor and
Yeah.
everything,
Well,
but
I did have some water bottles, but never, like, anything like that. My mom and
yeah,
dad, if I woulda ever lived in their household and did that, they probably woulda shot me dead on the spot.
yeah,
Like, honestly, like, they would've been like, you're not doing that." So, but
yeah,
no, I feel like you said, like, as you get older, you just have to be you gotta be dedicated to something,
yeah,
and that has to be something that's gonna benefit your life.
yeah.
Like, hey, those kids that made livings and are multi-millionaires off the game, I'm happy for them.
Oh, yeah.
They made it happen. I'm happy for them.
But
They
to
were
be
able to
honest, it's not gonna
take
happen to
it.
you, chief. Like
Nah, it's
like,
like
the odds
that's
is
not
that
even a 1%. That's probably less
yeah.
than 1%.
Yeah, yeah, you have to be like with all the millions of people that's doing it, you almost have a better chance of winning the lottery, like for
Oh yeah,
real.
100%.
Cause,
Yeah. I mean,
cause
I feel yeah, oh, sorry to cut you off, but I feel like when we were kids, I feel like there was a better chance.
yeah, cause it wasn't when we were little and playing games and like watching all this stuff happen. Cause like we're hip to it, like with the esports thing and all that stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Like when we first started, there was like little crowds of people that just watched people
Yeah,
play
yeah,
each other in a game. And now
yeah,
it's like stadiums and they're making millions and millions,
yeah,
and now it's just
yeah.
like, yeah, that it's crazy. But anyways, yeah, it's easy to get like lost in TikTok and get lost in games and get lost in stuff like that. But um it is good. I hope like if Threads is honestly like the way Instagram is, and if they don't like censor people a lot, and that they say I might go to Threads. Like
Yeah.
it might be. I mean, as much as I love Elon, I might would go to Threads. It just depends on
Yeah, yeah.
how they do it because I do like Instagram, like it actually shows me what I like, so it's just
Yeah, and even, like, to even talk about, like, we talked about earlier, like Twitch or Kick or YouTube or whatever, like, that's why a lot of people are going to Kick because, which will I mean, I feel like this is you can have your own podcast and do another show on this, but just say, I feel like Kick has, like, changed the game too because of the revenue split.
yeah,
So it gives people an incentive to go there because it's like a 95 or 90-10 split or something, which is really good. I mean, they're paying the
yeah,
creator, not taking exuberant fees, but it's because, of course, they have the crypto gambling and a lot of other things that is like a huge topic now where people go crazy on it. If like you're on that site, then you promote all these things, which I don't think that's
yeah,
fair.
no,
I feel like you should be paid for what you do. And for a company that's a size like on like an Amazon company or a multi-billion dollar company to take massive gains from the creator, I feel like it's a little fucked up. So I
yeah,
feel like, I feel like I'm not surprised people go to that website. I mean, I'm not surprised people want to stream there. They're getting 95% of the revenue and they're changing their lives.
yeah,
I mean, there's people with like 2,000 or 3,000 subs that are making like 25 or 30 grand a month.
yeah.
I
You
mean,
can't
that's
really argue
unheard
with
of.
that. Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah. You
unheard
can't
of.
argue with
Like
that.
ever, like Twitch, like when Twitch was at like I forget the revenue splits on that, but those dudes were making like 50%. Even if they did a 50-50 split, it wasn't even that much money. Like, it was like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's enough money to live off of, but it's not like you're making, like, anything crazy or anything.
Yeah.
So, you can't blame people for wanting to go where the money's at, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
But yeah, I mean, it's I think like, the threads could be good and like, it could I just think that like the OGs is always gonna be the OGs unless they
yeah.
like literally kill themselves, like as far as
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like pushing policies that
Branding
don't
or something
work or,
crazy,
something
yeah,
like that, then I just don't see how that like if YouTube can't overtake Twitch, then I don't think anybody can.
yeah.
And
But it's nice to have competition.
yeah, it's good to have
I think
competition and
competition's good,
yeah, it
so
makes everybody better. Um
100%, 100%.
but
But
the TikTok music thing, which is how all this started. I don't know how we got
we
on
went
this
on a
thing.
tangent
Yeah,
right there.
yeah,
We
yeah,
went
yeah.
crazy.
But the TikTok music thing, I do think will be good for artists and everything. Because basically, what it is for those of you that don't know, because I didn't know about this till I was reading about it earlier. But the TikTok music thing is basically you can download and play music that you discover on TikTok, which could be good because like there's a lot of times I'll be scrolling through and somebody will like be like, check out my new song, and they'll have like it'll be a fire song, but you just like you have to go like you have to jump through hoops to get to where you can actually
Yeah,
download it,
100%,
and
100%.
and so I feel like that'll help a lot of new artists.
Or even, like, even if you hear a song, right? 'Cause there's plenty of times I hear a song and I'm like, "Man, that sounds fire," but then I gotta, like, listen real close, like, "Wait, what was that lyric?" You know,
Yeah,
like, he'll say, like, like, you do
yeah,
that,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you'll listen to, like, 3 or 4 lyrics and they'll say something, then you go on Google and you type in, like, that little bit of lyrics, and usually
yeah,
it'll pop up.
yeah,
But it just it again, it puts people on the map,
yeah,
and it also, like you said, downloading or listening to music, it brings them revenue. I'm
yeah,
sure, like, they're getting, I'm sure whenever they contracts they sign or whatever, they get some type of revenue from the songs being played.
yeah. Yeah, because
So, I
I'm
think it's a win-win.
assuming it didn't. The articles I read didn't really go into a whole lot of detail. But it was something like along the lines of I think it's gonna be kind of like a Spotify or something like that, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so but
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, it's another, I mean, they already have Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, so
yeah,
I guess we'll see what happens with
there's
TikTok Music.
yeah, there's a lot to compete with, but I respect it. I mean, dude, like it's crazy, like how people take their companies and try to turn it into other stuff. Like, dude, I seen Realtree had like some chicken the other day, like, I was like, dude, Realtree, like the camo is selling chicken and stuff. Like, dang,
It's crazy. I think it just
but
gives people. I think when brands get to a certain size, like Realtree, I feel like they have like millions of followers or millions of people buying from them. They're
yeah,
probably like, well, we can probably just do this and just make another couple $1 billion or something,
yeah. Well, it's like when
We'll
you
get that
build.
Realtree branded chicken.
Yeah, like when you build like rep for your brand,
Oh,
and
%.
it's like okay, those people, you whatever they do, it's usually quality. If they're selling camo, if they're selling uh
Yeah, 100%.
whatever, and you're like, okay, well they got quality stuff. Then if they sell like something like random like chicken or something, it's like, well, it's probably gonna be good because like their brand is reputable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
they got the chickens showing up in fatigues.
yeah,
They're
uh,
like, "Bro, come get this camoed out chicken, bro. Bro's
yeah,
fresh as hell. He's got the real tree on."
yeah, yeah. That's uh,
Bro's got Carhartt, now that's gonna be the next thing, Carhartt chicken.
yeah.
They need to keep
I
going, Nike chicken,
yeah.
like all the big brands that start selling
Dude, I
food all of
bet
a
you,
sudden.
dude. The thing about it is, if a Nike or some kind of fitness brand started selling chicken, think about how many fitness people eat chicken. Like
Oh,
they
yeah,
would,
if it was
dude.
Nike branded, that'd be
They would,
crazy,
yeah.
right?
That would be.
Or
Why have
like
they not done it,
Gatorade, like
dude?
Gatorade.
Gatorade chicken, dude. They would.
Yeah,
Gatorade,
like yeah, that'd be crazy. They started selling their own beef or
yeah,
something.
yeah. That would
That'd
be
be
crazy.
wild.
I mean, dude, that's like next level thinking right there. We need to message them, send them a
Bro,
letter or
that's
something.
big brain, bro. If they ever think about that, guys, I need y'all to tag me because that came from here first.
Yeah,
I never heard that in my life.
yeah,
So if they stole our intellectual property, I'm coming after them. All right,
yeah,
that's a $1 billion idea, dude. I need my royalties on that. Me and Trevor
yeah,
need our royalties. So,
yeah, yeah. Really and truly, but
but
but yeah.
but anyway, so I guess what we're going to talk about next, which I mean, it's news, and only because the only reason why I say this is news is because we're going to talk about Britney Spears and her
Mm,
running with the number one draft pick, Victor Wembanyama, or however
yeah,
you say his name. They call him Wemby.
yeah. I say
Dude's like
Wembanyama.
7'6". Dude's
Mhm.
like one of like the. They're saying he's like one of the could be like the goat. People are going crazy for this guy. But in my mind, people disrespect Britney Spears way too much.
Dude, that's what I
Britney
can't
Spears
figure
was
out.
my childhood, dude.
Dude, I can't figure out how, like, she was, like, disrespected by, like, Victor, like, it don't make sense. Like,
It's like, bro, you just starting out, bro.
he was like, she put her hands on him, and, like, he even, like, over exaggerated the story. He didn't just let it play out, like, he literally was
Yeah,
like, "She put her hands on my back," or something like that. He was like, "She forced herself on him," and I was just, like, thinking, "Dude, like, Britney Spears is,
bro.
like, saying you're a fan, like, she's about to
That
go
pissed
bald
me
and stuff."
off. That pissed me off because I was thinking in my head, like, first and foremost, she's a small woman. Like,
Yeah.
what threat did she pose? They were at a nice restaurant or like a nice hotel or whatever the situation was, right? They were in a nice area. That whoever that security guard is, bro needs to be fired.
Dude, if
Bro
I
overreacted way too hard.
yeah, that's
Okay.
like, he,
Like,
like, slapped her in the face too, like, it was just like,
that
I
was
don't know.
wild. I
She
literally seen that and I was like, I cannot believe that they would even, and like I said, like I feel like people forget how popular even Britney Spears is still popular.
Yeah, she
But
is.
I feel like people forget who she is, and I'm like, bro, she literally is one of the biggest pop stars ever.
Yeah,
And this dude's over here just coming barely starting an NBA career, and he's acting like he's got too big of an ego to say hi or something. Like, bro, you
yeah.
need to relax already, bro.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know. I know that dude would be fired on the spot, and the security guard would be fired on the spot, and
yeah,
I would be sending a handwritten letter to Britney Spears saying sorry, because like
yeah,
that don't make no sense to me. Like if some kind of famous person, if I ever got to the point where like a famous person was coming up to me to talk, do you think I'm gonna have like a like I don't know, which to be fair, it's not Victor's fault, it's his security guard.
yeah,
But
hundred
to
percent.
me, it's just the fact that he was like, "Oh, she put her hand on my back," and she didn't even like do that. Like
Mm,
there was like videos of her not even like she touched like I think she like patted him on the back like trying to get his attention so she can say hey
yeah,
to him.
yeah, yeah,
And like he was like saying that she grabbed his back or something, and
yeah,
you can clearly see she was just like that. Like dude, if you
yeah.
like that don't even make no sense.
In
But
my opinion, the right thing to do would have been like once he heard her yelling and like saying, "Why did you hit me?" or whatever, he should
yeah,
have turned around and like realized what was going on.
yeah, and she said "f
Like,
you all" or something like that.
yeah, like, yeah, which I don't blame her, like,
Yeah,
dude, what kinda reaction is that? Like,
yeah,
I can understand if you're, like, in a huge crowd of people and you don't know who's who,
yeah,
and, like, people are just, like, trying to grab you and the security's, like, back up, like, I can understand that, right? Because I
yeah,
mean, that happens to celebrities, like, they have a they have a job to do. I can understand that, right? But there's a time and a place for everything, and I feel like see, I don't know what it is. I feel like bodyguards, security guards, people like that, they always have like huge egos. Like
yeah,
they want to be we're powerful. We're gonna make sure no one ever does anything, and if someone even tries anything, we're gonna smash them. We're gonna throw them to the ground. And it's like,
yeah,
dude, why do you have such a big ego, bro? Like, you're a security guard, like a bodyguard or something, relax, dude. Like, it ain't
yeah,
that serious, like and especially, like I said, it's all about the context. They're in a nice hotel where I'm sure not anyone can just get into or whatever they were doing. It looked like it
yeah,
was a nice place. They were going into, like, a five-star restaurant. It's not like there's just some random people hanging out, like, probably the people that are there are all high profile or have money or have some type of status.
yeah,
So to just, like, instantly just start swinging on a little girl, like a young like a little per like a woman like a little woman like that is just
mhm,
crazy to me.
yeah, yeah, it
So
is.
I'm like, "Bro,
And
check the ego, bro."
yeah, she made a she made an Instagram post, and she said, "I've been working in the industry for years and have been with some of the most famous people in the world. In sync at one point were like the Beatles. Girls would
True.
throw themselves at them everywhere we went. Not one time in my life has a security guard ever hit another person. That dude
That's
was
what I'm
just like on
saying.
some kind of ego trip.
That dude was like, "Oh, I'm" like, I mean, I was acting like he was, like, protecting his own life or something. It's like,
Yeah, like dude, he was acting like he was like
"Bro."
Victor was the president or something, and some dude was
Yeah,
like
like,
trying to tell
"Bro,
like dude,
dude's a basketball player. Like,
yeah, like
let's
honestly,
relax, okay?"
yeah,
Like, I don't know. I just think, like I said, I think that's just insane. And I mean, really, that kind of comes. But then again, like I don't know, like the bodyguard being crazy is just ridiculous, and feel bad for Brittany. I feel like she's had a lot of stuff happen,
yeah,
like in the last couple of years with her own family and a bunch of other things that have gone crazy for her. And it's just like, bro,
yeah,
I think she's doing better now with all
yeah. I think
that.
so too.
So that's good. Like she needs her own independence, bro. Like people using her for money and everything. I'm like, bro, y'all go get some jobs.
Yeah,
Y'all go do y'all's own things, like using your own daughter or sister or whoever for like money and fame and everything. I'm like, bro, these people are damn leeches,
yeah.
So
I seen
yeah,
talking about Spears. I seen what's her name, Jamie Lynn Spears, the one that was on Zoe 101.
yeah, yeah.
They're doing like a new Zoe 101. Did you ever watch that when you were younger?
I did when I
Yeah,
was a kid. I remember
yeah, I
watching
watched
that
that
for
too.
sure.
It was like my
Um,
soap operas.
yeah, for sure. I used to watch all the Nickelodeon shows. What was the one? Ned's Declassified,
Oh yeah, yeah.
School Survival Guide. I
That
thought
dude's
that one
got
was
that
really
dude's
good.
got a podcast too.
Yeah, I thought that one was like one of the best ones. That one went on for a long. Sweet Like a Zach and Cody. That
Yeah,
was Disney though, but
yeah,
there's all those shows you watch when you're a kid and stuff and enjoy. But yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of interested to see. I know iCarly already started doing like revamp of shows,
yeah,
right?
and that was actually cool because they made it like adult.
Yeah,
Like,
like an adult version.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, which is cool. Like so I think there's ways to. I think there's a lot of ways you can like turn these like kids shows into adult shows and make them like really entertaining.
yeah,
Because we all remember it's like kind of like a blast from the past kind of situation. So
yeah, yeah. They got the power of nostalgia, and they can make something new. So it's like if they
yeah.
do good, that they can have a
And to
fire.
be fair, like a lot of the people on those shows, like the main people have stayed pretty relevant
Oh yeah,
like over the years. Like a lot of them have like gone on to be good actors or like star in other shows or do other things. So it's like,
yeah. And I think
I
the
mean,
whole original cast is coming back. I think from what I read, but
yeah, it should be pretty interesting. It should be
yeah,
pretty entertaining.
I'd watch at least one episode probably and see what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta at least try one, right? It's like
Yeah,
anything, like, well, not anything. I wouldn't say don't try anything once. Like that can get a little. Don't listen here, kids. Don't do that, all right? But when it comes to
yeah,
watching TV or something, you can try one episode, see what happens, So,
yeah.
but
But
yeah, even to think about, like, even if it's to even think about like celebrities and stuff, which we can talk about this again sometime. But I've been seeing like a lot of musicians and stuff getting like phones thrown at them,
oh
and like I
yeah,
feel like people are just getting disrespected in general out here. People are just getting
yeah.
way too brave. Like I'm
Uh,
like, bro, I don't know what's going on out here.
throwing ashes at Pink and stuff like dude.
Like, what are y'all doing?
Like that don't even make like that's
Yeah,
first of all, poor person that died having your ashes thrown at somebody during it. Like, bro, like that's like
bro.
disrespectful. But
Imagine being that person, right? And you tell your like kid or whoever has your ashes, be like, I want to be thrown out on a beach. I want to go to my one spot on the beach somewhere in my hometown, and I want you to do it. But no, they take them to fucking Rolling Loud
yeah, yeah,
and dump them on a stage with a bunch of sweaty drug addicts.
yeah.
Like,
That's
oh,
just
that sounds great to me.
yeah,
Thank you. And now I'm forever memorialized right here. That's
yeah,
crazy as hell.
yeah,
Like people need to get their brains on, right, or something, because
yeah,
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like the norm now. Is people find it so funny to like hurt people
yeah.
or disrespect people. I'm like,
And
that's not
I
how I
think,
was
like,
raised.
honestly, like, I think, like, with stuff like this, like, with the phones being thrown and all that stuff, I think, like, once, like, it got really, really popular, like, really, like, when the BB Rex or however you say her name, when she got
Yeah,
hit in
she
the
got
face,
smashed up. Yeah,
everybody started doing it because that made the news. And, like, I feel like when anything starts getting headlines, people just start doing it just because they want to be on the news.
yeah,
So I think, I mean, honestly, not to get deep, but even, like, with, like, school shootings and stuff like that, not to compare, but, like, it's just like people do stuff just because they want to be on the headlines. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
They want to be like they want to create a topic or be talked about, because
Yeah.
they're so miserable.
Yeah. So I feel like
Like,
that's like what most of these people are doing. And like the ashes thing, like, dude. And it was like in a sandwich bag too. Like, daggone, probably got ham sandwich in there and all
that's
that stuff. And,
nasty. It's got some
but,
lettuce juice.
yeah.
Lettuce and tomato
Uh,
juice on that thing. That's gross, bro.
yeah.
Ugh, that's nasty. Mm.
But yeah, that's messed up. Like I do think though, like I will say that like how the phone thing started originally, it was kind of cool. Like the trend when it first started, they would throw their phone on the stage, and the person would pick it up and record and be like,
Like
hey,
record and take
yeah,
a
yeah,
picture or something.
yeah. But
Yeah, for
my
sure.
question with that was, is how did they get their phone back? That's how what I always
I
wondered.
don't know.
Because like if you're like 10, 20, 30 feet away and you throw your phone and they pick it up, what are they gonna do? Just throw it back, and you just hope that you're the one that gets it, and somebody just doesn't steal your phone and get
I
that
think I
video?
seen one time that someone I don't know, remember the artist or whatever, but they kept it, and then I guess the person came I guess, to find security or figure out, and they were able to prove it was theirs, I guess. I
Oh
guess
yeah,
that's how they were doing it, or they had, like, a tracker on it or something,
yeah,
and were able to track it down, you know?
yeah,
But yeah, throwing a phone at someone and trying to hurt them is just it's crazy, so, yeah,
yeah,
don't do that. That's just ridiculous.
yeah. It is pretty stupid, but
It's, like, gonna be you, dude. You're gonna be famous, and someone's gonna try throwing a base at your head.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be stupid. I,
Catch a whole base.
yeah. It depends on what brand it is. If it's a nice base, I'll just try to catch it and keep it. I'll be like,
If it's a
okay,
Fender or something, or, like, some, like,
yeah,
high-end one, we're gonna keep it, dude.
yeah,
Sorry for your luck, you can't prove it's yours.
yeah.
No.
Um, I actually want to finish reading the rest of this Britney Spears thing, not to keep hip hopping around on topics here, but she finished that post by saying, "I'm not sharing this to be a victim. I simply get it. Honestly, my reaction was priceless. Bad. Yes, I've had documentaries done about me, and none of which I have approved. I've felt helpless in most situations, and my experience in Vegas and my reaction was a cry out on all levels. I will say it. No, I don't feel like I have been treated as an equal person in this country. Of course, when I watched the video myself, the people who actually swarmed around me when they heard me get hit made me feel like I mattered. I wasn't aware of that at the time. All the people could hear was me saying "F you all," which is way better than me hitting him back. Um, she said that she's still a huge fan of him, and it's not his fault. His security hit me. Stuff happens. Uh,
Mhm.
and yeah, so that's how she said it. So she was being cool about it, I guess. Stuff happens, but um,
Still an overreaction, though, for sure.
yeah,
Definitely not cool, but, again, hopefully in the future, if that guy's out and about or whatever, hopefully whoever's his next security guard is,
yeah,
he just doesn't start swinging on people for no reason.
yeah. If he doesn't
There's, like I
fire
said,
that
time and
security
place for
guard, then that
everything.
just shows who he is too. But who
Well, I
knows?
think I heard that the guy's, like, the head of security for the San Antonio Spurs. So I
Oh,
guess I guess it's not really even his security guard, it's the team's, because I guess
oh,
they're trying to protect their asset, which
yeah,
is this dude who's supposed to be, like, the greatest basketball player of all time for a lot of people. Like, they're saying he may be the greatest of all time. So I guess that's the situation. Is you don't know what also they told that guy. It's
yeah,
like
that's
the where it
true.
comes into, like, he said, she said, because the guy can be like, "Well, they told me just to, like,
Not,
anyone that comes up on him, just go crazy,"
yeah,
which is
yeah, that's true.
ridiculous.
That's
But,
true.
like, in a way, they're paying this guy tens of millions of dollars to play basketball, and I mean, I don't know. At 7'5", you probably can get hurt from getting blown on the wrong way.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
like, dude's bones are probably brittle or something. So
Yeah,
you don't know. I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
So, but yeah, feel bad for her. Team
yeah,
Brittany. We're Team Brittany
yeah.
here.
Team Brittany.
Join the podcast, Brittany. We'll treat you like family.
Yeah, that's why you gotta move to the South. We treat Britneys right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
for sure.
I feel like half the women here are named Brittany.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of Brittany's down here,
yeah,
but we treat them all with respect, so that's all that matters.
yeah, but
Treat all women with respect. How about that?
yeah, that's how I've always been taught.
That's how I've been raised too. Don't put your hands on them either.
Mhm.
So
If you do, you have hell to pay. But
very true.
yeah, I guess that's pretty much all we had to talk about. With
This
the
was kind of like an intro, right?
yeah, yeah, it
This
was
is kind of like an intro because we just wanted to get something out here today, go live. Um, I think, like, I don't know how many people were in here at the start, but like Trevor was saying, I think, going forward, um, we're gonna like have like more thought out stuff, and um actually do like a real podcast kind of thing where we talk about certain topics, but have more topics and more things
yeah,
like kind of
yeah,
thought out.
yeah,
But we just at least want to do something just to start it off,
yep,
get a nice little first episode going here. So
yeah. It's I think I'm looking forward to our podcast, and I think like with the topics that we're gonna talk about, and like the no holds bar with the topics is gonna be like a
yeah,
lot more entertaining than just a simple run of the mill podcast. Because I want this to be like a source of where people kind of can learn like stuff that they wouldn't ever hear about me in a live stream or like stuff like that. Because I mean, I make videos a lot and I do live streams a lot, and people know a lot about me in general. But there's a lot of topics that I haven't really been able to talk about. So
for sure.
that's one thing that I want to get from this podcast, and I know that you're a very intelligent dude, and you're also like super funny and say like the most random stuff sometimes. So I'm I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to the rest of the podcast, and thank you for doing it with me.
Yeah,
And
for sure. I've wanted to do it anyway, so it just kind of worked out that we can do it, you know?
yeah,
So,
yeah. So it'll be fun, and yeah. Does anybody have since this is a live one? Does anybody have any questions they want to ask before we go? We got about like 5 more minutes. We're trying to hit like that hour mark.
yeah, get that 1 hour going.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what they have to say.
Yeah,
Probably nothing good though. I'm joking.
yeah.
But
Kevin said that you look like a grizzly bear.
I guess I do. I guess that's pretty fair.
That's a good thing,
It's
dude.
usually the beard. The beard's actually really long right now. I usually never have a long beard like this ever. Um, but haven't got a haircut in like 2 or 3 weeks, or like a month actually, month and some days. So
Women like the
definitely,
bears, dude. So
no, I mean it's a good look, but I still like it shaved up and trimmed up a little bit.
yeah,
Do a podcast where British people ask you questions.
that's what Kevin said. Yeah. I guess he's wanting to be. That's like his
I think he was
segue.
self promoting himself right there.
Yeah, yeah,
I think Kevin wants to come on, not do a podcast where Kevin asks you questions. Is I think what he meant to
yeah, yeah,
meant to say there.
yeah. All right. Well,
I don't know. I don't know if you'd want me. I mean, I don't know what you want to know. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's not that much differences, right?
No, there's
Maybe
not.
there is though. Maybe there's enough differences I don't know about, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was saying last night. He joined the Discord, which y'all should do. Join the Discord. But he was saying that he was uh going to a pub at 6 a.m. and he was saying they open at 6 a.m. and that's the weirdest time for a club to open. Like
That sounds
that's so weird.
miserable.
Yeah,
That sounds like the last place I would ever want to be at 6 a.m. in the morning.
yeah,
Like I can even drinking or even listening to loud music at 6 a.m. would fry me.
yeah.
So yeah, that's not that ain't the move for me. But maybe no, no, maybe he can teach him some stuff that I don't know about. So
I don't know. I can imagine Kevin just being like you remember in what was it, White Girls with like the Wayans or like how like Terry Crews is just doing like that thing with the glow sticks and stuff. Like I imagine that being Kevin.
at 6 a.m.
Yeah, yeah. The sun's
on a
coming up.
Tuesday.
The sun's coming up. And he's just walking in there with glow sticks, and then just starts doing all that.
Jesus.
Um,
McDonald's jokes. I don't got none of those, I don't think.
mm, but
My joke's more improv.
yeah,
No stand up around here. But
that's in the future. That's the future career plans.
yeah,
Stand
some
up.
stand up comedy. Get a
Yeah,
channel big enough and you just start doing stand up. Like everyone wants to do stand up when
yeah,
they get like over 100,000
yeah,
followers.
yeah, dude. That reminds me of that the guy that used to play Urkel. I think he's like doing stand up, and he was like, "Did you see?" Like, I think it was him. I don't want to blast it. I'm pretty sure it was him. He was saying like jokes and stuff on a stage, and like
Yeah.
come to like it was they had like a crowd like laugh track and everything, and every long story short, they were thinking that it was fake, that he was just in a room that looked like a stage by himself, and they were like he was trying to be more fun, like he was trying to make it like it was like a special or something that he did, and it was crazy.
They were like adding the crowd laughter or
Yeah, like
something, making it seem like it was funny.
there was nobody there, and this ain't like no COVID stuff. This is just like he was doing it just because he was wanting to look like he was better than what he is.
Mm,
But like I said, it might not have been the Urkel dude, but I think it was the Urkel dude.
yeah.
But all right,
Yeah.
answering one last question: who would win in a fight, Trevor or Blake? Blake. Okay, there. Okay, now,
I don't know why everyone always asks that. Like
dude,
it's already been said
why
before.
does
It's not even
people
that
even care
serious. We're not
about
ever
it?
fighting.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
friends, okay?
yeah.
We're best friends. We're not fighters. We're
Dude,
lovers,
every
okay?
single time that we're both on camera together, somebody says something about me being smaller than you, or they say something about like us fighting and
Yeah, I don't
like
know
oh
why
wait,
they do that.
like dude, we're just bros being bros, okay? At the end of the day, we both got the same size meat, so that's all that matters.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't
Yeah.
know, dude. I don't want
Oh,
to put nothing out there. I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know anything. I'm just here. I'm just here for the show.
But
Right.
all right.
Anyway.
Well, uh, no, I'm definitely not stronger. Blake is like twice my size, but but I'm strong for my size. I will say that I'm getting stronger, but
Bro's getting them gains.
yeah, I am getting those gains. But all right, we're gonna end the episode here. Make sure to if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to see more. If
Yep.
you listen to this somewhere else, we may put this somewhere else. I'm not sure yet. If we do, make sure to follow us on whatever we're on. We're gonna be doing more like this, and it's gonna be a lot more structured. Like I said, this is just a live one. We just wanted to get it started, like kind of like being able to have like people here to talk to and like see the
Yeah.
chat and everything for the first
Yeah.
episode. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening, and we will see y'all in the next one.
All right, everyone.